Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin. It is Monday, which means it's time for Yarn Management Monday. Woo! Okay, so I have one overarching theme of the channel this year and two ways I'm expressing that theme. The overarching theme is taming, tackling, controlling, trying to organize a bit, get things under control. The two areas I need help is my yarn collection and my whips. For the yarn collection, I've been pretty open about running out of storage space. That does not stop me from purchasing. However, they've been smaller purchases and I've been much more disciplined. But I am trying to focus on using and shopping my collection, using my stash, as it were. So on Mondays, we do Yarn Management Monday, where we go through my collection and we look at the yarn that's out on my shelves and yarn from storage. And we decide, is this yarn I'm actually going to use? Do I have a plan? Do I have a love? Do I have a desire to use it? Or realistically, is this a yarn I'm not going to use? Is it a just flat out no thank you because it's too thick? The thickest I can comfortably use is a 5. But I don't love going to 5s frequently. I can't use a 6 or a 7. They're flat out unusable for me. It hurts my wrists too much. I guess my wrists. Although for crochet, it really is just one wrist. With knitting, it's more 2, but most of the problem is my right wrist, which I guess would make sense. It's my dominant hand. Anyway, Erin, move on. This is weird. Last week we went through a box that I had forgotten was in this room until I cleaned out a corner fully to the floor and said, wow, I forgot this was tucked back here. It was a Bag-O-Day mystery box I had bought back in 2001. I had not shared on the channel because I believe I filmed the initial opening, but then deleted it because I thought the video was far too old. But anyway, I also, next to that box, had this Trader Joe's bag that's full of yarn. And I thought this was maybe yarn I had put aside for like donation or something. But no, these are, from what I can see on top here, yarns Brian bought for me from the LYS as a Christmas present or a birthday present a couple of years ago. So let's see what is in here. I have 2 balls of Noro because why not? It's gorgeous. It's Brian's favorite. And this is how I know that this was not my purchase, because I don't buy myself Noro. I let him spoil me with the Noro because he loves it so much that, and I know it's going to come, so I don't have to feel bad. So these are both the same color. Okay, it's always difficult for me to figure out the type. Okay, this is Enka, which is E-N-K-A. Inka is old Japanese word for fireworks. This is a roving style. They say it's a 3-weight. I'm seeing parts where I would call it a 4, and probably parts where I'd call it a 2. So 3 is probably a good approximation. It is 50% cotton, 20% silk, 15% wool, and 15% polyamide, which is nylon. It is 200 grams and 500 meters. Don't wash, don't triangle, don't dry. I have absolutely no idea what that symbol is. You may iron. You can F. Do not, oh my gosh, what is that symbol? It has a W circled and crossed out. Again, another symbol I am not familiar with. This is color 2. It's beautiful. It's got browns, grays, blues, magentas, pinks, purples, whites. About the only color I'm not seeing is green and stark black. There's no yellow or red. So there's a lot of colors I'm not seeing, but it's beautiful. It is so pretty. I am very excited to work this up, and I've got 2 of them, which means I've got over 1,000. So I've got 1,000 meters, which is about 1,200 yards. I think? No. Yeah. Yeah, about 1,200 yards. Very cool. A very good amount. I would love to work that up into something beautiful. I also have, oh, there's a lot less in this bag than I thought because of these big giant James C. Brett marbles. So I got 2 of this, same color. They are 200 gram balls of James C. Brett Marble Chunky Machine Washable. Color MC75. 312 meters, 341 yards, knits to most chunky patterns. You can iron, cool, do not triangle. You may pee, use 6mm knitting needles. 1,000. It's 1,000% acrylic or 100% acrylic, machine washable. Let's see what's on the other side of the label. Made under license in Turkey for James C. Brett in the UK. There you go. That's what you know. This is very similar colors. This is very much in the vein of puzzle yarn, I'd say, but maybe not, maybe more variegated than puzzle. I quite like this. Marble Chunky. That's very pretty. Very pretty. That's made in Japan. No, it was made in Japan. I'm like, I didn't tell you where this was made. Of course I didn't. And then I have 3 of these, which I'm now remembering Bingo picked out for me to make a sweater for her. Chomps. I remember this. This is the same purchase that Brian got the yarn for Chomps, and I made... There was red and gray yarn, and I made his Triceratops sweater. I've got 3 of these. Oh, okay. Let's check this out. This is Cascade Yarns Anthem. These are, it's color 9. It's a bubblegum pink. 100% acrylic. 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. 187 yards. 170 meters. This is close. I can still do a sweater, especially if I knit it. They want you to use US 8 5mm knitting needles, wash, warm, tumble dry, Cascade Yarns, Seattle, Washington, made in India, color 9. I think that's everything. So I have 3 of these. I gotta get this going. I have to, not gotta. That's rude. Oh man, is there any chance? I haven't seen Anthem in a long time. Okay, but, okay. I can start a body, and if I have to add sleeves, collar, trim, wrists in a contrast color, that will be fine. Okay. Mama gots to get speed knitting. I do. Oh my goodness. I mean... So, sure, I'm like, ooh, I made Chomps already that sweater. But since then, I have far favored Bingo in the knit and crochet. Chomps has a texture issue with hard pants. He very much prefers to wear joggers. So I've sewn him a lot more things because he's so oddly proportioned. He's so skinny but so tall that it's a little bit easier if I can just make him pants. So I do have, we went shopping. He picked out a bunch of colors for me to make him pants for the school year. So I got to get that going. But that is kind of where he gets the preference versus her. I've made her a dress and 2 pairs of pajamas. He's gotten probably a dozen pairs of pants and probably 5 or 6 jammies. I do have fabric to make him a Pikachu sweatshirt. And then I do have some bluey fabric that I had special printed. I had it custom printed to make her a dress. But I need to get going on that too. Anyway, I had mentioned soon you're going to see a lot more sewing from me. So I hope you're prepared. I think I might actually just pick one day for sewing projects instead of incorporating them. Because I know not everyone likes the sewing, and some people really don't like any sort of cross or multi. I like to call myself an ambi crafter because I knit and crochet. But also with the sewing, I think that kind of gets included. Anyway, I'm blabbering at this point. I love all of this. I got to get working on that pink. I've used this. I made Chomps a sweater out of a red marbled chunky I bought from the Wool Warehouse. Yeah, I did buy that from the Wool Warehouse. It was on clearance, that colorway. It was beautiful. Yeah. I betcha if I asked her, she'd want a sweater out of that marble chunky too. I could crochet that one. That one would get done much quicker. I do not believe I have enough here. Okay, so I'm holding it up next to... No... The Loops and Threads Soft Classic is a little thicker, but it would be doable, and it feels similar. I find the Loops and Threads Soft Classic to be a gentler value acrylic than Red Hearts, but I'm sure in the boxes... Oh, this is going to be Big Twist. Big Twist. Big Twist value is a good size comparison. Now, I wouldn't put the orange and pink together, but now I know. So I've got boxes of Big Twist out there, and I know I've got white. I've got a big white... Okay, guys, things are coming together here. I've been putting yarn aside here for a scrap gan, and I know... I put a gigantic blob it's not here. What did I do with that? Wait. It's in here. It's in my amigurumi. Big Twist Pound Plus White. Okay. Problem solved. Yes, that will be perfect. Okay. Y'all, thank you for sitting with me through this. That's what I can do. And then I won't be concerned about... Maybe I just stripe it up or something. Okay. Pattern to be decided. We have the yarn. For the sweater. The Trader Joe's bag is empty. I'm going to have yet another full free cube. Sorry, I just burped. I drank a soda with lunch. I've stopped drinking soda ever since I was so sick. They told me caffeine was bad for the vertigo. So even when I brew my own coffee, I brew it. They said I should try to give up coffee as much as I can. But I love coffee. It's part of my morning ritual. So I brew it at half strength. And my doctor was like super excited. So all my doctors have agreed that that is probably the best thing. I pretty much gave up soda and then caffeinated soda. If I want something bubbly, I will drink a sparkling water. But sometimes you go out to eat in like the food court of the mall, and I have my list of how I prioritize things, and if I can't get water, I'll go for a sugar-free, non-caffeinated option. And that's hard to come by unless they have one of those like crazy button machines. But if last ditch effort, I get Diet Cola. So I had to have a Diet Pepsi with lunch today. But it's rare though. We don't eat out as much as we used to, trying to be healthier. So again, that's a very weird tangent. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this. But what I'm trying to say is I think I will ask Brian, because now that these are gone, I'm pretty sure I don't have any other hidden things here. Maybe I do. There is one table, my sewing table, that I have not searched under yet. So I guess there is the possibility that something got shown under there that I've forgotten about. But that whole area is cleaned. I've cleaned everything here, and I know what's there. So there's nowhere for places to hide other than under that table. And I don't think I put any yarn under there. I think I stowed patterns and weird projects like some stamped table linens and some quilting kits that my mom gave me that she got when my grandma was alive. And I'm talking about the grandma who died when I was in 2nd grade. So yeah, I don't even know if I feel like I want to use those kits, but I'm holding on to them because they have sentimental value. I don't know, what do you guys think? Kits that old, what would you do with them? Would you try to use them, or do you think preserving them some way is of value? I'm torn because there is nostalgia, but I do firmly believe that kits and yarns and all this, while like these hand spuns and hand dyeds back here are works of art in and of themselves, they only come to their full potential when they're used to create an item, and I think we should use them and we deserve to use them and all of that stuff. Because I think some people have feelings like, oh, I'm not worthy of wearing an item made from that special stuff. I don't want to hear that. I do not accept that. You are worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy of making and wearing that Noro yarn. And are you. And so are you. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. We are worth it, and we should do it while we can enjoy it. But for some reason, those really old quilting kits, I don't know. Like, I'm a little scared of the fragility of them. Do you think I should be? I don't know. Like, they're literally still sealed in their original packaging, and I'm scared to open it. Maybe I'm also a little scared to open it and find it ruined in some way. And it's a little better to not know. Okay, we're getting really deep right now. Let's move on. You know? Okay, what would you do? And I am open to the idea of us maybe someday in the future doing it together. Obviously, you will not be here with me. But I might need emotional support to handle those. Okay, I love you all. I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye.